Katie.
Hi, Pastor Emily.
Today for our play activity, I am going to invite you to listen to a story and draw a picture of what you hear. You can also do that at home when you're doing this with the activity page that's on the website. You can fill in the activity page. But I want you to try to remember get as many details as you can from the story and draw them in your picture.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here's my story. I had a long day today. I was eating breakfast this morning at the breakfast table when my dad came in and said that we would be leaving in 15 minutes to run some errands. I did not want to go. I wanted to sit at the table, finish my cereal, and play with my pet lizard, Vanessa. I felt frustrated. But I got into the car with my dad and we made our first stop at the grocery store to pick up some toilet paper, another box of my favorite cereal, and coffee for Dad. I asked for an apple and my dad said yes. Then we put our groceries in the car and headed to the post office. Sometimes the post office is fun because I get to pick out the stamps. But today there was a long line and I did not want to be there. My dad said it was very important. He held 2 boxes and an envelope while we waited in line. I felt compassion for him, so I offered to hold something. He gave me the smaller box and said, "Thank you." Then we had to go to the dentist. My dad needed a cleaning, so I had to sit next to him and wait. I read a magazine about lizards and ate my apple. The dentist said that apples are good for your teeth. Finally, my dad said, "Thank you for being present with me today. I have a question. Where would you like to go?" I was excited. I knew exactly where I wanted to go. There was a park by my house that has an excellent climbing tree. Dad took me to the park so I could climb in the tree and play for a while. He even climbed up with me. It was a long day, but I'm glad we spent it together. The end.
Oh my
now,
goodness.
You can take a few minutes to keep working on your drawing, Pastor Katie, and then I want to see what you drew. Remember that when we listen to each other carefully, it helps to be fully present so that we can listen and understand each other. Now, that was a pretend story, obviously, because I don't care for lizards.
Yes, you hate lizards.
I do. They scare me a whole lot. But I wonder how many details you got of my story as you listened carefully.
Well, you read beautifully.
Thank you.
But quickly.
I did.
So I got as many details as I could. So you were eating at the table your cereal.
Yes.
With your lizard named Vanessa.
Yes.
And your dad was telling you to hurry. Mm-hmm. He's so hurried, he didn't do a very good job on his hair.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That feels true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then you had to get in the car and you went to the store. You got some things. I don't remember what. I think you got... did you get coffee?
We did get coffee.
And and you asked for an apple.
Yes.
And you got it. That's an apple.
It's a great apple.
It's not a great apple, but it works.
It's a perfectly fine apple.
And then you went to the post office where there was a very long line, and then something about stamps that I didn't get.
Oh, yeah. And
then you went to the dentist. You weren't at the dentist. Your dad was at the dentist. You were reading a magazine about lizards.
Yeah, like, are there magazines about lizards?
Maybe a Nat Geo Kids.
Oh, yeah, I do love Nat Geo. Okay, go on.
Okay, and then he asked where you wanted to go, and it was to the park where
the climbing tree.
And you both climbed the tree.
Excellent. Katie, you did such a good job listening carefully today.
Thank you.
When you're doing this at home, you could listen to the whole story and wait to start drawing your picture and then take a little more time on it if you wanted and really test your memory to see how you listened carefully and how much you remembered. When we listen to each other carefully, we can remember details and make connections. And it's one of the ways that we learn how to love each other is to listen carefully and make good connections. So you can do this activity, but there's some other things you can do to practice being present. You could go on a mindful walk through your neighborhood. So walk through your neighborhood and take very careful care to be present and pay attention to what's around you. Use your 5 senses to notice what you see and hear and smell and can touch. Or you could take a virtual excursion, visit your favorite zoo or aquarium's website. Tons of them have live webcams of animals and all kinds of things you can do on them. And ask what senses you will need for a virtual trip. What do you see and hear? You could draw what you see, listen for animal sounds or music, and try to practice paying careful attention.
We like the penguins from the shed aquarium at our house.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
I love the penguins because they take them on adventures to see the other animals. So you can watch them encounter other animals, and it's very fun.
Yes.
But we're learning how to be attentive to each other so that we can love each other better.
Yay.
Yay!